For the Sure Sidecar TT Race 2, and we'll go down to Chris Boyd.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Podium press conference for the Sure Sidecar Race 2. Our podium today: in third place for Printer Roller Services Honda, Conrad Harrison and Andrew Winkle. In second place, Silicon Engineering Barnes Racing's John Holden and Lee Cain. And our winners, IEG Racing LCR, Ben and Tom Birchall. Let's go straight to Ben. Two absolutely dominant races at TT 2017.
Yeah, what an honour to be able to do that. It's just it's fantastic to race around this place and be involved in it, and certainly be at front and race against such class competitors and be able to beat them is an honour. You know, I don't take it lightly. None of our team do. We all work so hard to get this, and it's down to them that we're here. I've had ups and downs, and so has Tom, and they've pulled us through all week. It's been tough with weather and time and everything, and I'm full of flu. I've been coughing and snotting all over at camp. It's it's fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, we'll come back and talk to both of you and Tom in just a little bit. Let's grab the other guys first. Conrad and Andrew, this is pretty much a surprise podium, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really. Yeah, definitely a surprise podium. Yeah, but Isle of Man, you've just got to keep going, haven't you? You keep going, and I got a couple of people waving us on. To be honest, I think a few people must like me out there.
There's plenty of support for you out there.
And they kept waving us on, and I got P, so minus so. And I just felt comfortable on sidecar. All week I haven't really felt comfortable. But I've got to admit, the reason I'm going slower because I've been rolling it. And but I only had a couple of laps last year. I mean, it's the sort of place you really want to go flat out straight away. It will bite you. And we had a couple of little close ones in practice.
And obviously Andrew on board with you for the first time.
Yeah, to be honest, Andy's not put a foot wrong. On the sidecar, 9 out of 10, there's only one. Who's in charge at handlebars? That's what I always say. Within reason, you get these top passengers like this, and they can jump ship from ship to ship. They're just good lads, you know what I mean?
And you know what winning pace is around here. Do you still feel you're quite a way away from that?
Yeah, I'm well down on top. I'm not doing what Dave said, top end speed, but I have been. But you just ride what you've got, and the handling of the bike is absolutely superb, to be honest. Around the left-handers, I was really pushing it, and I felt really confident, you know what I mean? Because mine's like a home built. The LCRs are like the posh bike, and mine's the garden shed bike. It's built in a little garage in Fanfoss. It's only a tiny workshop, and back in my mind when it got to about Wednesday, early on, I thought I should have bought LCR really, because I've got just tight, you know, because I'm from Yorkshire.
Just gives a ring, Conrad.
That'll do. But then I've now back in my mind, I think the speeds are possible on that bike. You know what I mean? And the glass. Ben and Tom, they're like developers, but they do take a gamble. They take a gamble quite. When you race and you've developed, you take gambles. Sometimes they pay off, and sometimes they don't. Not against Ben and Tom.
Fantastic. Let's bring Andrew in.
They're good at it.
Bit of a decision to move to join Conrad, and it's paid off with another podium. Your 13th, I think, TT podium.
Yeah, it is actually. I never thought about that. But, yeah. All right. Thank you very much. We sort of came here, and it was, you know, we weren't sure what the bike was going to do, and the chassis itself, Rob's made a cracking bike. We just class this as a development year. You know, you come until you sort of get around this place, you passenger it different, and I've been saying, well, we need to lower that, cut this, move that, and we just get more speed out of it basically. So, because we're just going through the speed track, we were well off. But even if when we get more speed out of it, then I think the bike will feel more than comfortable. It's just I've got to get more in it, but it's we've got the rest of the year to play with it, and then come back next year and hopefully. Will be one of the challenges. So, but that's off to the other lads. They've just, especially with these boys here, have blown the lap record apart. And people saying you never do 117 on a sidecar. Well, that they have.
It was a sensational lap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'll finish for you guys. It was 10th podium for Conrad as well. So there'll be a Harrison party later, will there?
Never can pull the awnings down because the rain's coming.
No, they had the easy bit. That was the easy bit. I've got to watch Ardino next.
Okay. And Adrian.
I'll be with Adrian.
Don't forget Adrian as well. Yeah. There's two of them out there.
I'll be watching my sons next, you know what I mean?
Congratulations anyway. Yeah.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next year. We'll move over to John. And 2 second places. Would you have taken that coming to the island a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, I said I'd be disappointed if we didn't win. Probably am a bit. But these guys have upped the bar again, and just do what we do, don't we? Do
You made a lightning start, though. You led on the opening lap for the first couple of sectors.
Yeah, well, I had Molly in my sights, you see, and I wanted to get past Molly as soon as I could, and then we weren't going to have a repeat of the other day. And that probably pulled me along a bit, do you know what I mean, to be fair. And then after that, we were just on our own, riding our own race, watching the boards.
Yeah, not quite as fast as the other day. I think you did 115.8 the other day, 115.3 your best today.
Yeah, we'd put a different engine in, hoping for great things. We'd geared it different, and it just wasn't, I'm not making an excuse, it just wasn't as sharp as we were hoping for it to be. But proud to be here. So, and Lee's done a fantastic job. So,
I was going to say, just a word on Lee, what he's done
if
over
somebody
the 2
said
weeks.
2 seconds at the TT, yeah, you'd take that, wouldn't you?
And a word on Fiona as well.
And Fiona finishing 6th.
The best ever.
And Tony, she wasn't on her own. So that's amazing, because Tony's 71 with his daughter on. I think that's equally as good as what we're doing.
It underlines how big a family these sidecars are, and you'll be back for more next year, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Lee, 2 races, 2 podiums. Fantastic TT 2017.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Well, other than winning, you can't ask for much more. But no, I'm happy. I enjoyed it a lot more today. I was able to relax. A lot of the monkey was off my back, so to speak, and I enjoyed it a lot more out there. It was slippy in places, but just enjoyed it really. I've got to wait 50 weeks now before I can come back and do it again. So, as they say, I'm sure everyone here is going to start now thinking of TT next year and what can we do and what can we do to make it better and faster, because, as John said, the boys have raised the bar and we need to catch them. And that's the plan.
Brilliant. Many congratulations on your TT. Sorry, John.
Just to add, we couldn't do it without the people helping us. Mr. Barnes, Clarissa, Silicon Engineering. We have a lot of support, a lot more than a lot of other guys. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Done. Ben, so was it a bit of a shock then? Did you get an early board that showed you weren't P1?
I wouldn't say I was shocked, but I weren't surprised either, because I was just a bit cautious and probably a bit cautious at damp and stuff. What I thought might be about, and it didn't feel as grippy or as good as first race. But I knew that I could get my head down, so that's what I did. And then we went from there. I just started to try and tidy up and push on, and I'd had a look and could see what were damp and what weren't damp. But track went in I wouldn't say in as good condition as it was for Tuesday's race. Just it's had a battering with weather on it, but they've done a great job of clearing it up. There were no leaves or stuff about, just the tarmac itself probably not as grippy. But after that, yeah, it was just managing it, and looking at my boards and trying to put out my head up noises I could hear. I thought it ran 3 cylinders at one point, and there's all sorts going through your head, and I just thought about bringing it home. We've worked hard for this, and Tom were perfect all race. It was spot on. Yeah, thanks very much to everyone.
Let's bring Tom in. You were only 6 or 7 seconds off that lap record pace at one point during lap 2, so it wasn't a million miles away. It was a fair old pace you were going at.
I didn't realise that. Right. Yeah, it just felt so comfortable to do it. I was saying to Paul Phillips out there, just come perfect. Sun were out, banks were lined. It was just where else would you want to be on TT course, riding your bike with your brother? It clicked and it just felt great to do. It was tough, because I saw a board. I think on second lap and it said something like +20, and it sort of plays on your mind a bit, because last year first race we had some trouble in. Well, we had ended the race for us, didn't it, on the last lap, so you're listening to everything and you're worrying about everything. But I just had a word with Miss N and thought, where else would you want to be? Just ride it and see what happens.
Superb. And the lead management in the second half of the race was superb. The gap stayed almost the same to John, even though you were able to just back the pace off a little bit and then pushed it out a little bit. In fact, the gap at the end of the third lap.
Yeah, just sort of waited till we were going downhill and let it run itself, and didn't try and labour it too much, and shift in gear a bit earlier. And like Tom said, you've got to say something for the crowds out there. The place was full. It was quite amazing on first lap how many people were there, and it's all credit to them and them coming over that brings to the atmosphere and the greatness of this place. So thanks for all the support, all the programme waving and all that lot. It was great.
And it's your second double-double at a TT, and it obviously makes you the sidecar champions for TT 2017.
Thanks very much.
Superb. There we go. Our podium in the Sure Sidecar Race 2. In third place, Conrad Harrison and Andrew Winkle. In second place, John Holden and Lee Cain. Our winners, and now 6 times TT winners, Ben and Tom Birchall.